Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Apple, and I'm from the Business Development team at SummitNext Technologies. I'll be moderating today's session on operational impact in modern BPO environments, how business intelligence drives customer support and telemarketing performance. So today's sessions will be focused on how business intelligence is no longer just about reporting. It's an operational control system that drives real performance improvements in the BPO environments. I'm joined by Firdaus Zamri, our business intelligence specialist, who will walk us through the real use cases and operational dashboard. Hi, Firdaus. Thank you for being here with us today.
Hello, Apple. Thank you, Apple, and good afternoon to everyone. So it's a pleasure to be here and to have the opportunity to share some insights with all of you. And as for today, I'll be sharing how business intelligence supports and the operational performance in BPO environments, particularly on how the data can be translated into practical insights that help teams manage service delivery more effectively.
Thank you, Firdaus. So before we dive into dashboards and framework, let me give a quick overview of SummitNext and our role in the BPO industry. So SummitNext is a Malaysian headquartered BPO solutions provider. So delivering services across Southeast Asia and the CIS region, we help clients focus on their core business while managing their operational support. So the BPO environment is evolving rapidly. Companies now operate globally. And providers like us, SummitNext, support clients by enabling business to focus on what they do best while we provide specialized expertise in customer experience and operations. So we deliver end-to-end customer experience solutions and enterprise outsourcing, combining practical insights, data, industry knowledge to act as an extension of our client's team. About 86% of our workforce is dedicated to running customer experience operations across industries such as e-commerce, fintech, travel, hospitality, automotive, healthcare, and technology. So we have strong presence in across Southeast Asia and the CIS region, serving clients worldwide, including Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, India, the Philippines, and Uzbekistan. So this presence allows us to support clients across multiple time zones and languages efficiently. Now, many operation team today are overwhelmed with data like SLA numbers, AHT, CSAT, adherence, conversion rate. Firdaus, from your experience, why is business intelligence becoming critical in modern BPO operations today?
Thank you, Apple, for the questions. That's a very great question. So in modern BPO operations, I would say like the teams deal with a huge amount of like operational data every day. Without proper business intelligence, that information like often remains scattered across reports without providing clear directions. Hence, business intelligence like helps to like transform like those numbers into meaningful insights that support faster and more confident decisions. Instead of only reviewing the performance after the fact, teams can also like detect the trends earlier to understand like what is happening in the operation and also like respond more quickly when the performance starts to shift. Because of that, BI today plays such a much bigger role in supporting our operational management, not just like the reporting results.
That makes sense. So it's really about turning raw data into actionable insights, not just producing more reports. So would you say BI today act more like a reporting tool or a decision-making engine?
I would say like for in today's like business intelligence functions much more as a decision support engine rather than simply a reporting tool. Traditional reports mainly explain what has already happened. But then like for modern BI, however, like it helps teams understand like why the performance and changes occur and what actions may be needed. By combining like trend analysis, real-time monitoring, and structured reporting, BI allows operations teams to respond more quickly and also like manage the service performance more effectively.
Okay, I see. So the real advantage is actually helping teams act faster and smarter rather than just knowing what happened yesterday, right? So we often hear operations say that they are flooded with numbers. Here's a question we see frequently. How do we make BI simplify decision making instead of complicating it? Firdaus, how do you approach this challenge?
So, for this type of challenge, that's a very common one, Apple. So, I would say like many operations teams are surrounded by large volume of metrics, but the role of business intelligence is like to translate those metrics into a very clear operational signals. In our approach, BI sits at the center of like service delivery, acting as a coordination layer between different operational functions such as the recruitment, training, workforce management, and also quality assurance. Rather than like presenting every possible metric, we prioritize the indicators that truly influence the operational performance. Things like SLA trends, workforce utilization, AST behavior, CSAT performance, and also adherence monitoring. And for the telemarketing campaigns, lead generation and also conversion tracking. We also organize like reporting to three practical layers. From what we can see here, daily and real-time dashboards support immediate operational monitoring. Weekly reviews help teams analyze KPI movement and identify optimization opportunities, while the monthly reports, we mainly focus more on the longer term performance stability and also the planning. I would say like structuring like BI in this way helps to remove unnecessary noise and allow teams to focus on the insights that actually influence the operational outcomes.
That's interesting. So it's less about more data and it's more about the right visibility at the right time. Let's talk about implementation. Many companies think BI is just about dashboard, but this framework shows data extraction, processing, visualization, and operational action. So, Firdaus, can you walk us through how data move from CRM systems to dashboard, and more importantly, how insights turn into operational action?
All right, absolutely, Apples. So for the process of it, business intelligence is really about creating like a structured flow of the data that supports operational awareness. I would say like in most BPO environments, the process like begin with extracting operational data from CRM system and also the supporting platforms. This will include interaction records, call metrics, ticket data, and also telemarketing results. This data is also processed and organized into structured data sets. Tools like Google Sheets or similar data processing layers are often used to clean, validate, and standardize the data before it moves into the reporting environment. Once we have the data and the data is all structured, it is connected to visualization tools such as Power BI, where dashboards are built to present key performance indicators like SLA performance, AHD, CSAT, adherence, and also productivity metrics. But the most important part is what happens after the dashboard are built. The real value of BI comes when these insights guide operational decisions. For example, if a dashboard shows services level declining or queues building up, operation teams can quickly review the staffing allocation and also like investigate the root causes and also make adjustment before the issue escalates. So I would say the framework works as a continuous cycle. In short, we can say data collection, processing, visualization, and also operational response.
All right. At what stage do most companies usually struggle?
In many cases, companies don't struggle with building the dashboards, but the bigger challenge is connecting insights with operational behavior. As far as I can see, many organizations already have good data and also reporting tools. However, if the insights are not abandoned into daily operational routines, their impact remains limited. For example, When a dashboard highlights a drop in service level or an increase in handling time, there needs to be a clear process for who reviews the data, who takes action, and how quickly those actions are implemented. So the gap is often less about technology and more about operational alignment between data and also decision making.
Okay, that clarifies a lot. So the key challenge isn't the technology, it's making sure insights is actually influence day by day operations. So now let's take a look at customer support. So this is a common concern from operations leader. So how does real-time monitoring improve performance without increasing pressure on agents? So Firdaus, what has been your experience implementing real-time dashboard?
From my experience, real-time monitoring is not about increasing pressure on agents. Its primary purpose is like to support supervisors and operation teams with better situational awareness. If I can give you an example, through real-time SLA monitoring, teams can quickly identify queue builds up or delays in response times. This allows them to rebalance workloads, adjust staffing coverage, and also prioritize certain queues before service levels are affected. We also have integrate features like automatic ticket categorization within the CRM, which helps organize incoming issues by type. And also this make it easier for the teams to identify the patterns. For instance, if a particular issue suddenly increases, and supervisors can quickly guide agent with the appropriate responses. So overall, real-time dashboard help the operation respond earlier and also like maintain a more stable workload environment for the agents.
Would you say supervisor benefit more than this dashboard than agents?
Yes, supervisors and operation teams usually benefits most from these dashboards because they are responsible for managing the overall performance with real-time visibility into SLA trends, queue volume, HT behavior and also the workload distributions, supervisor can make quicker adjustment when condition change. For agents, the benefit is mostly indirect. They can focus on handling customer interactions, while the supervisor use the data to maintain balance within the operation and also provide the guidance when necessary.
Okay, that makes sense. So the dashboards give supervisors the visibility they need to keep operations running smoothly, while agents can focus on their interaction without adding any more pressures. So speaking of focus agents work, telemarketing projects often have very different operational dynamics. So compared to customer support, um, let's explore how automation helps in that context. So telemarketing projects are
For
often very numbers driven, calls made, lead generated conversions. Here's a key question. How does automation improve agents' productivity without affecting lead quality?
So that's a very great question, Apple, I would say. Uh, for telemarketing, automation is like mainly introduced to reduce the administrative workload so the agent can focus on the customer conversation. For example, automated data collection or scraping tools can gather lead information from approved sources to ensure the lead pool remains updated and structured. Once those leads enter the system, the CRM tracks each interaction, including the call attempts, outcomes, and also the conversion status. This will allows the campaign managers to monitor performance across different lead segments and also identify like which groups generate stronger results. And also like in this way, automation helps streamline preparation and tracking processes while still maintaining the visibility into lead quality and also the campaign performance.
Okay, what kind of operational improvement did we see after automation?
So after the automation was introduced, we typically observe improvements in both if efficiency and also data reliability. Automation like significantly reduced the time required for tasks such as preparing reports, organizing lead data, tracking campaign progress, and so on. So in many cases, reports that previously took hours to compile could be generated almost instantly. At the same time, having consistent tracking within the CRM improved the data accuracy. Every call outcome, lead status, and conversion stage was recorded systematically, giving the operations team a clearer picture of campaign performance. This improvement allowed teams to focus more on optimizing strategy and agent productivity rather than the manual tracking.
That's impressive. So automation not only speeds up administrative tasks, but also improve data accuracy, giving the team a clearer picture of the campaign performance. So it sounds like these
Mhm.
changes really set the stage for measurable improvement in key metrics. So let's take a closer look at the result and see which operational impacts were the most significant. So the numbers here are quite strong: SLA improvement, CSAT uplift, abandon rate reduction. So Firdaus, which of these improvements had the biggest operational impact in your view?
So, from what we can see, from an operational perspective, like true improvements stood out the most. Like for me, is SLA performance and also abandon rate reduction. An SLA improvement of around 26 to 30% had a major operational impact because it reflects the operation ability to handle customer demand more efficiently through better staffing allocation and also the workflow management. And also at the same time, reducing the abandon rate by approximately 85% means that significantly more customers were able to reach the support team without dropping from the queue. Together, these two improvements shows that the operation became much more responsive and also better balanced in managing customer demand, which naturally supports stronger customer experience outcomes.
Okay, so how long does it typically takes to take measurable improvements after BI implementation?
In many cases, organizations begin to see measurable improvement within a few weeks up to a few months, depending on how quickly the insights are adopted by the operation team. Implementing dashboards and reporting structures can usually be done fairly quickly. However, the performance improvement happen when teams begin actively using the data to refine the staffing plans, adjust workflows, and address any emerging performance gaps. Once those insights become of part of regular operational discussion, if improvements often start appearing relatively quickly.
Okay, that's really insightful, Firdaus. So it's clear that implementing dashboards and reporting structure is just the first step. So the real improvement come when teams actively use those insights to guide staffing, adjust workflow, and close performance gap, right? So this also show that BI, business intelligence, isn't just a tool for monitoring. It becomes a part of daily operation, helping team make faster, smarter decisions and achieve tangible result relatively quickly. So before we move on into Q&A session, let me summarize three key takeaways from today. So first, BI is not reporting, it is operational control. Second, real-time visibility enables faster corrective action. And third key is automation allows agent to focus on high value tasks. So Firdaus, any final thoughts for operation leaders considering strengthening their BI capability?
First of all, thank you, Apple, for the questions. My advice for operations leaders is to think of business intelligence as an enabler for operational clarity rather than just a reporting function. The real value comes when the data is consistently used to guide daily decisions and provide visibility across different operational teams. It is also important to keep BI practical. Instead of tracking every possible metric, focus on the indicators that genuinely influence performance. When implemented in this way, business intelligence becomes a powerful support system that helps operation teams maintain service quality, improve efficiency, and adapt more confidently to changing operational needs.
Okay, thank you, Firdaus. Thank you so much for sharing these insights. So, let us open to the floor for questions. How can strong business intelligence help a BPO company convince clients to trust them? From a BD perspective, showing strong BI capabilities demonstrate that how we run operations in a structured, data-driven way. So it builds client trust because they can see how we track performance, respond quickly, and consistently we deliver results. So positioning us as a true partner, not just a service provider. So I think this is how BPO company convince clients to trust them. We have a second question. If an organization is just starting its business intelligence BI journey, which operational metrics or dashboard should it focus on first? So I guess Firdaus, you can answer this question.
So, to answer your questions, from my experience, when an organization is just starting their BI journey, the first step is to focus on a few key operational metrics that really show where the team stands. For customer support, I usually start with things like the first response time, SLAQ compliance, ticket backlog, and also the agent workload. Metrics that give a clear picture of like efficiency and also highlight immediate bottlenecks. And for the telemarketing or sales focused teams, it is often calls conversion rates, lead follow-up timelines, and pipeline progressions. This help identify where processes might be slowing down and where interventions can make the biggest difference. The main idea is to keep it simple and actionable. Start small, show teams the impact, and once they see the results, you can gradually expand to deeper metrics and also the trend analysis. This approach helps build confidence in BI and also to ensures it becomes part of day-to-day operations.
Okay, that's very practical, Firdaus. So starting with the metrics that directly impact daily operations make it easier for team to see result and start building confidence in BI. In BPO environments where data comes from multiple systems such as CRM, workforce management, and ticketing platforms, how do BI teams ensure data accuracy and consistency before it reaches operational dashboard?
I will answer the questions. So in BPO environments where the data comes from multiple systems like CRM, workforce management, and also ticket platforms, the first thing that we focus on is validating the data at the source. We check for the completeness, correct formatting, and also obvious errors right when the data is extracted. Next, we standardize the data so that the metrics mean the same thing across all of the system. For example, ensuring the SLA calculations or call counts are consistent no matter which platform they come from. We also set up an automated reconciliation checks to compare related data sets like matching call logs with agent schedules or any inconsistency are flagged early. Finally, we maintain the ongoing monitoring and also periodic audits. This is to keep the dashboard reliable over time. The goal is that when operational teams look at the BI dashboards, they can trust the numbers and make confident, timely decisions.
That's a great explanation, Firdaus. So ensuring data accuracy and consistency really is the foundation for actionable insights, and it's clear how much effort goes into making more operational teams can rely on BI to drive performance. So we have come to the end of our session. Thank you all for joining us today. We hope you found the session valuable and that it gives you the ideas of strengthening BI in your own operations. So we appreciate your time and interest, and we look forward to connecting with you in the future. Have a great day.